Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we got some stuff for the 6.0. So I actually unboxed this a few days ago, maybe about a week ago. But anyway, let's go back to that. We'll get these unboxed. Now, I think I mentioned it. I don't remember if I did or not. I will leave a link down below in the description if anybody wants to get yourself some of these rock lights we're installing on the 6.0, as well as my discount code. So, and I'll also put the discount code up here on the screen. But anyway, let's get up there. We'll get those unboxed, take a look at them, and then we'll get them installed in this video. Now, I do want to mention as well, stay tuned to the end of the video, and I will show these at dark when it gets dark. But we will show these at night. That way y'all can get a better understanding of how bright they are or aren't. We have no clue yet, but we will have to see. Alrighty, guys, so went ahead and pulled both of these out of the main box. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get these cracked open, and I'll tell you a little bit more about these here in just a moment. Okay, so in our box we had 2 boxes, and in these 2 boxes we had 2 more boxes. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this plastic cut off of here. And we'll go ahead and take a look at what we got. All right, so here I haven't opened this or anything. I just cut the plastic off of them, put them in the box. Oh, okay, that's nice. A little piece of what is this, like parchment paper or something like that with their logo. That's pretty cool. Little booklet, guide, and more boxes. So I'm gonna get these out as well. So I can get this out. I can get these out and get all these opened up. Take a look at what we got. Okay, so I've made quite the mess here on the kitchen table, but with these, they do actually come with 2 harnesses and controllers, which is pretty cool, I believe. That's the same box that this one was in, so I believe it comes with 2. I'll open that up and double check, make sure. But we got 8 rock lights here for the 6.0. Now, these are plug and play, which is very nice. The only wiring that we will have to do, hopefully, is just positive and negative on the battery. So we'll also have to run this switch into the cab. These are 2 position switches, or I guess 3 position, 1 off and 2. So anyway, nice fuse holder. I mean, really nice all together. Have these nice connectors even on the power and ground. So super excited to see how these install and how everything looks and works and all that kind of thing. Looking at the rock lights themselves, take that off of there. We'll get into these in a second. These are super nice. They have some nice weight to them. They don't feel like, you know, cheap Chinese junk. They have some nice weight to them. I just like the way they look. They look awesome. And then even the little isolators. These are rounded, so you could put them on a roll cage or, you know, whatever you want to that was round. But even these are nice. Seem to be really nice rubber. So I'm very happy with these so far. Now, like I said, we are going to get these installed in the 6.0 in this video. We're not going to do it today because I got to go do some stuff. We got a trip to make that is going on the 2nd channel. So if y'all want to go see me spend more money and try to make cool stuff, check out the 2nd channel. There will be a link down below. But also with these, I will put a discount code on the screen for last fit, you can use code ScottLee15, which again is on the screen, and I will link it below as well. Will save you 15% off of your last fit order. I believe that is for the entire store, not just these rock lights. But anyway, I'm going to get these all put back up. They do come with some really nice looking hardware. They come with an Allen key and a nice bundle of zip ties. And I believe there's more hardware and zip ties in this box as well. But anyway, like I said, I will catch y'all here in a day or so. We'll get these installed in the 6.0 and see how they look. Also, I wanted to also mention, as I plug these all up into my Milwaukee battery to test them, these things are bright. And the color is different currently because they have these little sleeves on them. But, well, I mean, turn that on there. Peel this. Yeah, and then amber. So these are bright, and they have a pretty cool beam pattern with the way this is shaped. So I'm interested to see how these do. But I also wanted to mention this packaging. I don't know what this is. I've never gotten this kind of material in packaging before, but this is super nice. And each light was individually wrapped in this. And I've never got rock lights before that had, you know, protectors over the lenses, and these are really nice. I'm actually really impressed. Now I know there's going to be people say, "Oh, you're just saying that because they sent them to you." No, companies can't pay me to lie. They can't, you know, I'm not going to lie because they sent me something. If I'm actually impressed with something, I'm actually impressed with it. So these, I'm pretty impressed with so far. So we'll get them installed in the truck and see if that continues or not. Okay guys, so it's probably about a week later, and as you can see, it wants to rain today. It sprinkled a while ago, so we moved a bunch of stuff real quick and got the 6.0 here in the shop. So I did go get some self-tappers, make this a little simpler, because like back here, for this, we're gonna need some self-tappers for that. And up here as well, because I do not want to take these fender liners out. If you've ever taken some of these out, you know they suck. And that's why this is all bent and everything from when we did the trimming. So I need to take something, bend that back in. But regardless, let me go over here. I'll pop the hood. Now, one thing I'm going to do to make this a little simpler is I'm going to jack the truck up, droop the suspension out. That way we have some more room in here. You know, in the front, we got a good, you know, pretty good little gap. And then in the rear's a little lower. So if we keep the same gap, yeah, so a little lower back here. But like I said, we'll raise this up to droop the suspension out, and we should be good. But I'll show y'all under the hood. Now, I was kind of thinking about this the other day, and I think I have a game plan of how I want to do everything. So the plan is to look up here, and I'm probably going to need both hands for this. Oh, okay. So the plan is to not pull the fender liners out. Might be a little tricky over here. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. The passenger side's not as bad because there's not as much stuff over here. But I mean, like that down in there, that's the fender liner, right there. So, like I said, hopefully this won't be bad, and hopefully we don't have to pull these. We are doing 2 under each wheel well. So I think the plan is to try to do that without pulling these. And then I think what I have planned is the control box. We'll try to mount under the truck, kind of back where the factory fuel pump is. You know, the factory fuel pump's like here. We might try to mount the control box somewhere in this vicinity under the truck. Then run each corner, you know, over here. And then we have, if I remember correctly, a grommet in the floor in here. So take the kick panel off, take this off, pull the carpet back, and we should be able to get to that. Then we can take that, run it under the carpet, up into the dash, and over here. So we have two switches here in this truck. I have one that is for my Starlight headliner, you can see there. And then we have another one here that I drilled, it's not hooked up to anything, for rock lights. So I'm hoping the last fit switch will fit in here. Just pop this off like so. Pull that switch out because there's nothing hooked to it. So we'll pull that switch out, and hopefully, like I said, the last fit switch, I'm not going to fully attach this, but hopefully the last fit switch will fit in there and we don't have to open that up. So that's the plan. If not, I might try to find somewhere else to put it for temporary. We'll see. But anyway, I think that's the plan. And then from the power, we can just run up to this battery along with the wiring for my FAS. So the FAS wiring runs down through here and then up to the battery, and then back here is the relay for the FAS. So we'll probably run the wiring for it up with the FAS wiring to this battery. Should make everything a little more simpler that way. So anyway, I'm gonna quit talking, and we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Okay, so I went ahead, pulled that piece off, disconnected my headliner wiring, and got this piece off. Now, the issue here, just while we're doing all this, I'm going to leave this push button here, and then add another switch down below it. And the reason for that being is we turn this over. Let me do this without dropping it. And you look at the size difference between these two switches. You can obviously see that that is not going to work. And these push button switches don't have a big lip on them. So that is the issue here. Now, do I intend to pull these rock lights off of here? Probably not. But if I do, yes, he's looking at me because he knows how I change my mind all the time. But if I do, I want to still be able to utilize this push button. And I know they make bigger push buttons than these, I believe. I just ordered these because I thought they looked good. They're a little small. As you can see, my thumb completely covers them. So I figure if nothing else, I get a bigger push button put here, you know, and all that kind of thing. So anyway, I think I got this all measured out the way I want it, to keep the same spacing as these two have. But here, these are a 1/4 inch apart here, so measured 1/4 inch, and then 7/8 for the switch, and this is about the middle. I kind of eyeballed it. So anyway, I'm gonna drill that here in a minute. While I've been working on this and measuring and everything else, I guess before we started pre-running all of the wiring for the rock light harness, so I will show you all that real quick. So we figured out where we wanted the rock lights under here, marked them with that Sharpie, and then over here we have our wiring harness that we've already kind of started running. So where all our rock lights are going to connect is down under, about where the front door handle is. And then we have the wiring portion up here where we can connect onto the battery. And that's why I love these Odyssey batteries, is because they have these extra posts for doing stuff like this. But anyway, we got this up here. This is all zip tied up to here. Then everything else is ran down. Now this, for our switch wiring, we will run through a grommet, which is behind my fast relay. So we'll run it into the cab, and it should be good. It's down there, so none of this is tied up here. So that'll all go back there, and through that grommet into the dash. We'll run that all nice on the inside. And then these, all you gotta do with these is loosen this up a little bit and just slide those in just like so, and they are there. Now we're gonna leave these disconnected until everything is all ran. But those are ran kind of down through here, and like I said, back to I believe they were when I started this. They were about, are they? Okay. Where are they at? They're there, right up under there, right behind the transfer case. So we do have more slack under here if we need it, but I think we have enough wire for those. So on these, 2 of them, or I guess in our case 4 of them, are 8 foot. We'll probably put those on the front, and then the other 4 are 13.5 feet or somewhere around in there. We'll probably put those on the rear, because on the rear they'll have to run down. This one will be pretty short run, but that one over there, I think what we're gonna do is run it through one of where is one at? One of those bed supports over here, and then we'll tie on it, run them together, I believe. We'll see how everything kind of plays out and whatnot. And then, well, I guess here in a moment, we will be ready to go ahead and start doing our rock lights. Okay, so using my little template that I made here, I went ahead and got this drilled. Everything looks nice. So from here, we did keep our spacing the same. Now when you have it on, the boot covers it there, but it does look good. And you can see again, did keep our spacing all nice and even. So this is the last piece. We just need to put this in. We got the rock lights finished, except for over there on the driver's side rear. One of the wires about 5 foot short. So I'm gonna have to order a extension cable, but see, one there. If we come back here to the rear, and we measured these, that way both sides are the same. Same thing in the rear, measured them out, both sides are the same. So we got one right there, and one right there. So I really wanted these to be a little higher, but with the way this is shaped and everything, there's a ridge here, there's a big divot there. So this was really the only nice place to put them without having big gaps or anything like that. So we're working on running the wiring into the cab for the switch. Now, here in a second, we'll get all this back in and plugged in. But here, no wires for the rock lights. These are for the headlights. But the only wire, I think there's one, if I remember right, I think there's one that you can see through over here. Maybe not. That one down in there. That nice new one right there. That's the only one you can see from here. And then over here, we got, let's see, the front one we had to run under the battery box up here. So it kind of comes up under the battery box, runs down through there, around back here, and then down with the main harness. Again, these are tied up. These are tied up to the cross member behind the transfer case, right around in here. And then the wires run through the channel here in the bed, down and along the frame. On the other side, same thing. They run up to the cross member, same as those, to the same cross member, and both come over and tie in there. So anyway, like I said, we're working on getting that wiring through the channel, or through the grommet. And then we will take our trim piece over here, get it all plugged back in, put in the truck, and we should be done, other than that extension harness, or little extension cable that I will have to order. But either way, we're all good to go here, and we can make our 3 connections there. Okay, another thing on here on the back, we just plug these back in, and I want to test this before we put this back up. Then I need to put my fuse box cover back on. They had these to where 1 was amber and 2 was white. I switched these powers, so now if we do 1 is white, 2 is amber. So again, 1 is up, white, and then 2 is amber. So we'll go ahead, get this all tidied up under the dash. I do like that they give you plenty of cable for this. We're gonna get this tidied up under the dash, put this all back together, and then when it gets dark, we'll roll this thing out of here and show you what they're looking like. Now, like I said, this one's not hooked up because we do need that extension cable, but other than that, all of the other ones are 2 in each wheel. And that one will be 2 as soon as we can get, like I said, an extension cable for it. All right, so as you can tell, it's dark. There's a Chrysler 300 right here, and you don't even know it. I didn't intend to wait this late to film because I know it is dark, but I was actually in the office. Again, sorry for the lighting, but I was actually in the office working on some stuff. So I think there'll be more on that coming up here in a couple weeks or so. But anyway, we got the rock lights on. It is now dark, as you can see. So we'll go ahead, turn them on. This will be white. No, that's amber. This is white. Let's take a look. Okay, so keep in mind that is just 1. This, on the other hand, is 2 in this wheel well, which is freaking wild. And again, this is 2 in this wheel well of 1, nothing, and then 1 more. So you can really see how dirty my powder is now. That's part of it. Now, the only thing, I might move the ones in the bed, because it looks great, but as you can kind of see right there, if you come over, that one gets you, because it's so far out. Now, I might try to move them in a little bit, but these up here, I do like a lot. Apparently the bugs do too, but real nice all up in here. So when I add more powder that'll get dirty like this, it'll look real nice anyway. You know, like the arms, I want to get some of these and do, I want to get a leveling kit, possibly put on top of this 3-inch lift, or do a new lift, powder coat a bunch of stuff like these, bumper braces, sway bar, steering, radius arms, that kind of thing. And then if we come back here, same thing. So we have 1 there, 1 there. This one really lights up off of this, so it's kind of the same as this one, because they're so far out. Another thing I could do is I could take, get off of me, bug. I could take loosen those and shim them, tilt them a little bit, which I might do. We will see, because that is a bit ridiculous, if we're being honest. But this thing is freaking bright, and I love it. So I do want to try to get some more. We might hit our friends up at Last Fit and see if they want to send like another 8 kit possibly, and do some in the middle, some across the front, some across the rear, just to be even more ignorant. And I'll show y'all the very front of the truck. But like I said, I mean, it's ridiculous, for only 8 rock lights. And again, there's nothing under here. It's just what is coming out of the wheel wells. So same thing over here. Everything is lit up very, very nicely. So now maybe I'll actually keep this thing somewhat clean. I say that, but it probably won't happen if we're being completely honest. And then we will switch over to amber. Amber looks very good as well. So same thing. It's ridiculous. Very, very, very bright. And I do like how you can see it through the wheels, which is pretty dope. Now, the other thing I don't like about amber is my powder doesn't look purple anymore, but it looks freaking killer. Very, very happy with the turnout. So again, big thank you to our friends over at Last Fit for sending these out. I know some people are going to say, well, you know, but like I was saying, that's stopped me a thumbnail. But I know a lot of people will say, oh, you're only saying that because they sent them to you. But I feel like I say it in every video that somebody sends something out, or even discounts. Companies can't pay me to lie. They can't. I spent almost 5 years building this YouTube channel, and I'm not going to let a little bit of money ruin it. So, like I said, looks killer. Same thing on the amber, comes out. So I might try to shim those up a little bit to point them a little further in, but we'll see. But I mean, you got light coming way out, and it looks killer. So I am gonna turn the halos on and everything, show y'all what that looks like, and then I guess we'll probably wrap up the video here. So yeah, halos and all, it's ridiculous. I mean, I think this proves its point. Now the halos are a little darker, but I just kind of roll through the color wheel on my phone. Now we'll switch these to white, and then we will really get some color going. Okay, so y'all remember when I told y'all this thing was ridiculous? Look in the tree. All the trees around here are completely lit up. Let me go on the passenger side. I mean, it's ridiculous. I can see plumb out to the road. Ridiculous. Now, the headlights aren't on. This is just halos and rock lights. I mean, if we want to turn everything on, we can, but again, no projectors, no running lights, just halos, rock lights, and this thing is freaking ridiculous. But anyway, I'm gonna cut these off for the neighbors get mad, but you can kind of see, yeah, and again, off of halos and rock lights. But anyway, guys, like I said, I will link these down below, as well as put my discount code in the description and on the screen here. So if you want to check out a set of these, I would appreciate if you use my code. It is an affiliate code, but again, companies can't pay me to lie, and this is amazing. Now, on the white truck, I've had some that appeared brighter, but in person, they really weren't. I believe that's because that truck is so much taller, or has so much more fender to tire gap, if you will. It's further off the ground. But either way, in person, these are very bright. And again, especially for a 3-inch lifted truck, lifted in the front end, factory in the rear with overrides, but 3-inch in the front on 24s and 35s. So again, like we talked about, there's not a ton of clearance for light to get out and around, but these things are really freaking bright. And again, I mean, look for yourself. It's ridiculous. But like I said, I might hit them up, see if we can get some for the center, front, like the very, very front, in the middle, and the rear, in the middle as well. And I do need to get a piece ordered for this back here, because like I said, this one is about probably 4 or 5 foot short on this truck. This is a short bed truck. This front one just barely got there, so I will need to get something for that. But anyway, guys, okay, so sorry for the lack of light. I had these on and the door open, but it was like glaring the camera super bad, so sorry for the lack of light. But I want to go ahead and end out the video talking to y'all. So anyway, guys, I wanted to go ahead and say thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for all the support, all the love. I do appreciate it. But that's going to be a wrap for this one. So with that being said, if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please get down there, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, drop me a comment down below. Thank y'all for watching. I will catch y'all on the next one, and I hope everybody has a great day.